Easy now, Walker. You are all right. This is Star Haven, home to peaceful adepts. There is a letter and the key to the door on the dresser. No need to speak through these bars, Walker. The key to your door can be found on the dresser. The Grand Adept thought it best to allow you some privacy. The younger adepts are prone to gawking, and you needed your rest. But like this one said, the key is on the dresser when you are ready. For surviving a dragon attack, you look well. The healers did an admirable job, yes?
Ah, good. You're awake. Come, let us speak.
Zamorak is pleased to see you are awake. You have slept for many days, and this one feared the worst. Still, it is not every day that one walks away from a dragon attack. We both were. The caravan that brought us to northern Elsweyr was attacked by the great beast. Luckily, the adepts of Star Haven witnessed the event and came to our aid. They brought us here and worked diligently to heal us. A humble adept, nothing more. This one was exiled from his home long ago, but felt the time had come for him to return. That is not a tale that Zamorak wishes to tell. Not right now. Besides, the Grand Adept wants to talk with you. Best not to keep him waiting.
Greetings. This one is Majadro, Grand Adept of Star Haven. He is glad to see you in good health, traveler. It is not every day that one survives a dragon attack. Bright moons must have blessed your path. You were carrying the letter when we found you. It looked important, so we left it where you could find it. But how do you feel, traveler? Did the dragon cause any permanent damage? Let us test your strength then, yes? Though this one is now Grand Adept, he once trained the warriors of Star Haven. Sadly, it has been many years since Majadro last sparred with a pupil. Not here, of course. This is no tavern brawl. Collect a training sword and meet this one outside in the gardens. Let us prove ourselves where Joan and Jode can see us. Take out one of our training swords and meet this one in the gardens. The skies warn of a changing season. Can you see it? This one fears the dragon that attacked you was only the beginning, traveler. Dark moons loom on Elsweyr's horizon. Of that, Majadro has little doubt. But enough talk. We came here to spar, did we not? Majadro can think of no better. Like the two divine moons that dance in harmony, let the balance of your blade reflect the balance of your soul. Are you prepared to start? Let us begin. Strike, Majadro, quickly now. A healthy blow. Very good. Once more. Sleek work. You strike well, but can you guard? Now, block this one's attack. Quick! Strike while this one is off balance. Very good, traveler. Once more. Swing with all your might. A brutal hit. Shield yourself. And once more. Such masterful strikes. But what if you are in distress? Now break free of this one's trap. Get ready for another. Here comes another trap. Now, bash much again. Press your advantage with a heavy attack. Again, stop this one's attack. Interrupt this one before he strikes. If your enemy charges their assault, strike. Interrupt their attack and punch. How good it feels to spar with a student again. Come now, let us continue to the Adeptorium. Wait, did you hear that? A dragon! Look out! You must help the other adepts. Take the passage through the catacombs. This one must go one Zamorak.
Nothing but old bones here. What a waste of my time.
Stop this! Starhaven's adepts are peaceful!
Another corpse for our army! How grand!
John and George, you arrived. Well, it looks like you've certainly recovered from your wounds. And just in time to put Yoraxian Jekyll's seat in his place. Zisvo, is this one grateful we found you in that wreckage? The soldiers said they were searching for something, but they barely gave us any chance to respond before they started attacking. It is best to leave. There is no reasoning with these maniacs. Yes, this one heard its terrible voice, like something out of a Moonsinger's stories. Ijadi had hoped to make her way to the Dragonhorn Tower, but she fears that fierce warriors now block her path. Not to mention the dragon circling overhead. Atop the tower sits the Dragonhorn, said to ground dragons with one mighty call. Though Ijadi is not sure if the legends are true, it is our best hope against such a brutal foe. All we need is someone to blow the horn. It seems folly not to try. Then you must exit the catacombs and follow the path north. There, you will see the tower. This one cannot promise the plan will work, of course. The Dragonhorn is very ancient, very brittle. But we must try, yes? Moons be with us. We will wait until you have blown the Dragonhorn. If the dragon is subdued, that will be our best chance to escape. If not, well, we will try to be swift. That is good to hear. Ijadi feared the worst. If you see them again, try to stay by the Grand Adept's side. He may seem steady as a rock, but age has caused his edges to crumble. Many moons ago, Akaviri warriors known as the Dragon Guard protected this land. It was they who built the Dragonhorn Tower, a gift to safeguard Starhaven against the dragons that once plagued Elsweyr. So the legends say. What a shame the Dragon Guard no longer walk the sands of Elsweyr. We could use such warriors during these troubling times.
Alongside one. Why does Queen Euraxia want body part? I know.
The dragon may be subdued, but not for long. This one fears for those inside the Adeptorium.
Then Zamorak and the Traveler will go. You should take this chance to escape.
Majadro will not run while his disciples are in danger.
As you wish. Let us be quick then. The beast blocks our way. We must fight.
Burn, fools!
beast departs. Quick, let us leave.
Let us leave this place before the beast returns.
Why did the dragon flee?
It was called away. This one heard its name on the wind. Balogdan.
Called away? Do the dragons work together?
Perhaps. At the very least, this dragon seems to have allied himself with the Euraxians.
Then the rebellion has begun.
Yes, this one is afraid it has. Come, traveler. Let us speak. Thank you for saving Majadro's disciples. You have a courageous spirit. It will do you well should you decide to stay in Elsweyr. And this one does hope you decide to stay. The Khajiit need heroes like you during these dark times. And only more to come, this one fears. Before you leave, you should speak to Zamorak. It seems that he's also decided to leave us. Perhaps he can help guide you to your next location.
Walker, one more thing.
What will we do now?
Starhaven is no longer safe. Who knows when it'll be attacked again?
To give in to despair, this is easy. Let us instead find strength and hope. Joan and Joel will one day shine on Starhaven again. This we must continue to believe.
Starhaven is safe, but the danger is far from over. I fear there is still much to do, Walker. The letter you carried. Zamorak must confess that he read it while you were recovering. This one has heard of Abner Tharn. He is a battle mage and former advisor to the Emperor. He seeks allies to stand against this rage of dragons. Zamorak wants to help the Khajiit Defense Force, but he has something he needs to check on first. But you, Walker, your aid would be immeasurable. Find Abner Tharn in Riverhold. Offer your assistance against the dragons.
Ijadi will look after her fellow adepts, don't you fear. Though this one knows it will not be easy to return Starhaven to its former glory.
Here you are, saving all of us with your heroic deeds. And what does Runji do? He faints at the first sight of danger. If we are to survive, he must become stronger. He must! We must rebuild Starhaven. What would Elsweyr do without it?
Majadro must see to his disciples. There is much work to be done in order for Starhaven to recover, and they will need encouragement to face the trials that lie ahead. May bright moons guide your path, traveler.
Starhaven is safe, but the danger is far from over. I fear there is still much to do, Walker. The letter you carried. Zamorak must confess that he read it while you were recovering. This one has heard of Abner Tharn. He is a battle mage and former advisor to the Emperor. He seeks allies to stand against this rage of dragons. Zamorak wants to help the Khajiiti Defense Force, but he has something he needs to check on first. But you, Walker, your aid would be immeasurable. Find Abner Tharn in Riverhold. Offer your assistance against the dragons.
No good can come of that place. Bazo!
Blaming Abner Tharn will not end the dragon infestation, Chimera.
Ever the voice of reason, Speaker. Ah, here comes someone who can help us now.
I suppose it is good to see you again, Walker. Someone must help Tharn clean up the mess he created at the Halls of Colossus. Come to think of it, you share some of the blame, yes? Ah, do not mind me. Rampaging dragons put me in a foul mood. Trouble? More like flying disasters. Caravans devastated, livestock consumed, villages set aflame. It is more than the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force can handle. As much as I hate to admit it, we need Tharn's help. And yours as well, Walker. Damn Abner Tharn for translating the Wrathstone and finding that ancient ruin. He went in search of a weapon to end the Three Banners War, a weapon I told him was too dangerous, remember, and instead wound up releasing the dragons. Talk to Abner Tharn. He and the Speaker of the Main have been formulating strategies and contingency plans. Sometimes it feels like that is all they are doing. Maybe you can set fire to their tails, yes?
When Abner Tharn spoke of a hero of renown, I had no idea he was referring to you. It is good to see you again, though I wish the circumstances were not so dire. Well, you helped the Main before. I have no doubt you will do so again.
I was beginning to suspect you were never going to arrive. After Calcevius and my half-sister manipulated us into inadvertently releasing a rage of dragons, Elsweyr has been overrun by the beasts. We do bear some responsibility, I suppose. So much better than flock or herd, don't you think? The Khajiiti Defense Force isn't prepared to deal with a threat as big as dragons. especially since they were fighting to liberate Rimmen when the huge beasts arrived. Stay focused. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we must assist the defense force. Rendezvous with us at their command post. On your way, however, I have another task for you. I detected a series of power surges that I want you to investigate. I was formulating a spell to track the dragons when I noticed several surges of arcane energy not far from here. They reminded me of an old acquaintance. Has a way with portals. If it is him, I want you to secure his help against the dragons. Hard to say with certainty, but I don't believe so. They remind me of Sir Cadwell, who somehow opens portals with a power of similar intensity. Check the locations I marked on your map before you make your way to the defense camp. Lord Garesh Ree is the Speaker of the Main and the commander of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. His aide, Chimera, serves as both a diplomat and a spy, though she would never call herself that. If you want to know more, feel free to ask them. My half-sister, Euraxia, conquered Rimmen and other parts of northern Elsweyr about 6 years ago. The Khajiiti Defense Force has slowly been taking back their province, but Rimmen is well fortified. And now, because of the dragons, things are worse. A militia drawn from the prides of northern Elsweyr. Garesh Ree, the Speaker of the Main, has taken command during this crisis. With Dominion troops busy fighting the Three Banners War, the Defense Force must deal with the Euraxians and the dragons. Ah yes, of course you do. He does get around. If Cadwell turns out to be the source of the power surges, learn what he's doing out there and ask if he will aid us against the dragons. For all his eccentricities, he has talents we can utilize.
I suppose it is good to see you again, Walker. Someone must help Tharn clean up the messy
Trouble!
More like flying disasters. Caravans devastated. Lives. Damn Abner Tharn for translating.
You're the adventurer who helped Abnur Tharn and Chimera at the halls of Colossus? The battle mage has been waiting for you. But where are my manners? Welcome to Riverhold and the province of Anequina. I am the Speaker of the Main. No. Matters in other parts of Elsweyr occupy the Main right now. That is why I am here. I originally arrived to take charge of the Northern Elsweyr Defense Force. Efforts to expel the usurper Euraxia Tharn were well underway when the dragons appeared. A few years ago, Abnur Tharn's half-sister conquered Rimmen and parts of northern Elsweyr. We recently liberated Riverhold and were about to do the same for Rimmen when the dragons spread across the land. It's almost as if they came to her aid. Talk to Abnur Tharn. He has agreed to serve as my advisor, a role he knows well from his years standing beside the Ruby Throne. His strategies and tactics for use against the dragons sound outrageous, but he knows what he is doing.
Greetings, Walker. Have you a moment to speak?
No, Azazi. Never touch a Daedric monster, especially a dead one.
Don't be such a nervous netch. The dead can't hurt us. But where do you think it came from?
It stinks of Cold Harbor. Perhaps one of the Usurper Queen's lackeys summoned it, yes?
Don't touch the dead thing, Theduna tells me. Like I don't know how to handle a Daedric corpse. I wonder what killed it, though. Maybe it ran afoul of a dragon.
I saw you,
What a
traveler.
stench! That's the stink of Cold Harbor, Walker. How such a fearsome and dangerous creature ended up dead beneath our favorite rocky outcropping, this one does not wish to speculate. Only an extremely powerful mage could summon such a monster.
I watched you go from location to location, just like the man with the pot on his head. Are you one of the soldiers intent on digging up every plot of land? Or are you simply a deviant who enjoys skulking and slinking through the wilderness? Oh, do not play innocent with me, stranger. You must be working with that pale, gaunt fool with the ridiculous mustache. Why else would you be visiting the same places that he did? Unless... Are you an agent of the Usurper Queen? Euraxia, the hated Imperial who conquered Rimmon and falsely claimed to be its queen. Do not feign ignorance, outsider. I had just about enough of that when I talked to the man with the pot on his head. You sound as confused as he was. Kept talking to his pet lizard bird like he expected it to answer. The last I saw, he headed east. I suppose you'll find him in that direction, and south of Riverhold. Just stop skulking around.
Uncanny. It looks just like that lovely place I dreamed of. Must be why my portals led me here. Eventually. Ah, hello there. Good to see you again, old chum. Have you come to pay your respects, too? It was the strangest thing. I dreamed I was looking at this very gravestone, so here I came, and there it is, all solid and everything. Important? I have no idea. I suppose it must be. I saw it in a dream, after all. Or was it a vision? I get those two confused. Anyway, I felt a sort of pull and stepped through a door, and then pish-posh, honours a bantam gras, and here I am. Tharn, you say, the grumpy battle mage. How is the old boy? The surges were probably just me. My portal took a few tries before we honed in on this exact location. Now, why don't you take a look at the gravestone and see what you make of it, hmm?
Well, it took a few tries to find the exact spot I saw in my dream. A number of frightfully rude lads and lasses occupied the first location I visited, demanded my surrender, if you can imagine such a thing. Naturally, I gave them the old heave-ho. Foul smelling, I'll have you know, that was my lunch. Can't believe I lost it. And if by bantam gua you mean my faithful steed, Honor, well, he's always getting into my foodstuffs. Has the appetite of a mammoth and the cunning of a fox, that one. Dispatch? Why would I do such a terrible thing? I adore those adorable pudge buckets. Alas, Skrook was standing a little too close when I opened my portal. Poor thing fell in and took a nasty spill. When the neck bone snaps, it makes an awful sound. Were the words the same for you? Sometimes written language likes to confuse me. Words change and switch places. Very annoying. Anyway, the gravestone mentions the betrayer. Sounds like a dastardly chap. Wonder if I ever met him. I don't have the slightest idea. The words inscribed upon it conjure up all kinds of questions, though. Who is this betrayer? Whom did he betray? Why did they bury only his head? And where did they put the rest of the poor fellow? I don't have a clue. Dragons? I haven't battled a dragon since, you know, I can't remember, but I'm certain I fought one or two in my day. I was a gallant knight, after all. Of course I'll help. I'll just need to do a little more digging into this dream thing first. Did you hear that, my trusty shovel? Dragons and mysterious graves. It's just like old times.
Returns!
Get
Take
down.
cover!
I'll deal with this. Oh, now you show up. Left me to deal with a dragon all by myself. It's a good thing I'm Abner Tharn and not, well, some lesser mage. I discouraged it, but not before it laid waste to most of the camp. We arrived to find the outpost being overrun by undead. Then the dragon attacked. I did what I could. I fear it wasn't enough. What about the power surges? Did you learn anything? The betrayer. There's a betrayer mentioned in the legends of Kunzari. It seems those stories continue to hound me. No matter. We can deal with that later. Right now, I want to know about Cadwell. Has he agreed to lend us his support? That doesn't surprise me. Cadwell and Strange go together like hot bread and butter. I need to recover my strength. Driving off that dragon took a lot out of me. Why don't you go help Chimera while I keep watch in case the great beast returns? Kunzari, hero of the Merethic era. Most of the legends are unbelievable, though the Khajiiti moon singers guard the secret history. Their tales led me to the halls of Colossus. But let's save this for a less dangerous time. Tell me about Cadwell.
Damn us for arriving too late. I did not expect to find our militia under assault by a horde of undead, and then the dragon. Oh, it tangles the tail, Walker, it truly does. The militia was already depleted from the fight to liberate Riverhold, but we were determined to press on toward Rimen. Between the undead and the dragon, though, we can barely hold this portion of the outpost. Retreat is not an option. Not yet. Our resistance to Euraxia's rule requires more than just soldiers. There are intelligence reports, safe house locations, lists of supporters, documents we cannot afford to lose. Search the ruined camp and locate the documents, Walker. They are vital to our efforts to free Rimen from Euraxia's rule, and if her forces acquire them, those who help us will be exposed. Recover the documents from mail sacks in the camp and get them to Captain Nalado. Then meet us to the south.
If you're so fascinated by the dead, why don't you join them? This one doesn't know you, but at least you aren't a walking corpse. This one must ask, why are you here? Bright moons! This one thought these were lost forever. You saved many lives at great risk to your own, Walker. You have Nalado's respect. This one will guard these documents with her life. That was one of Euryxia, the Usurper Queen's pet necromancer. His undead devastated our troops, so this one took pleasure in ending his existence. Now, Nalado must return to Riverhold and consult with Garashri. We must find a way to go on. Euryxia's chief necromancer, Zumag Fum, has been with her for some time, but our intelligence suggests his followers have only recently rallied to her side. Find Abnortharn and Carmira. Tell them to meet us in Riverhold.
I've spotted dragons circling in the distance from time to time, but it doesn't look like the winged monster that attacked the camp will return today. Was your hunt successful? Did you recover the documents that Chimera sought? I must join them there. The Khajiiti forces have been decimated by this attack. It will take every strategy I can devise to help Gareshri prevent the collapse of his militia. The appearance of so many undead, though, that concerns me. Yes, I read the reports. Zumog Foom and his necromancers working for my despicable half-sister. Such magic leaves behind a miasma of stench and decay. It leads to the mountains to the west, but I can't pinpoint an exact location. Good idea. Dragons are bad enough, but undead tend to go on without end. Better to deal with them now, before Euryxia's power becomes more than we can contain. In such a direct manner? Yes, as far as we know. It could have been coincidence, but the attack felt designed to hit us when it would do the most damage. I wanted to send Chimera with you to find the source, but I have no idea where she's gone. Find the source of this army of undead, and if you see Chimera, send her back to Riverhold. She's as reckless as she is capable, which is a dangerous combination. I'll make my way back as well. After all, Gareshri would be lost without me. In case you haven't noticed, we two don't always see eye to eye. She can be impetuous and obstinate, truth be told. Chimera gathered a handful of soldiers and took off to the west. If you run into her, send her back to Riverhold.